So I just turned the camera on because I got a really janky camera setup. Okay, hello. Today I want to talk about meditation and how anyone can get started, and that's not as intimidating and as complicated as it's made out to be. Just gonna get right into it. Step one, you need to be able to sit still for a minute. 1 minute, that's it. So set a timer, close your eyes, and lay down for 1 minute. That's step one. Okay, so obviously that's a very, very, very minimal. 1 minute is, nothing. And you probably already think like, oh, I can probably sit still for half an hour or an hour. And most people, anytime they want to get into something, they want to go really hard into it. So you get people that like, oh, meditation's not for me. Like, you know why? Because they tried it and they just tried way too hard their first time. Okay. I've been meditating myself since I was like 14. I've been doing it for a very, very long time. And I started out with 15 minutes, and that wasn't too bad. I mean, I was basically just doing it to kind of relax and kind of take it like a resting my eyes sort of nap type deal midday. But then I realized like, oh yeah, I mean, where'd the time go? Like effective meditation should be, it should feel like it's gone by way too fast. So you get into it and 15 minutes feels like 5 minutes because, you've been just laying there. And that's another thing. I choose to lay down in my bed comfortably when I meditate. And I don't see any, I mean, it's a different style to meditate. The only purpose I'd see anyone needing to sit in a sitting lotus position where you're cross-legged on the ground or you got your leg up. I mean, I don't know if I lift a lot of weights. I mean, I'm very tight. It's not very comfortable at all. The value in that style is you're sitting to see how long you can endure. Maybe not. For me, that's what it would be. So for anyone that's not comfortable, that's not a comfortable position, the meditation becomes, how long can I withstand sitting in the lotus position? So I've done that like only a handful of times, just to, when I was just getting into it, for some reason I thought it was the more official way to do it. You don't have to meditate that way. So personally, I've worked up to the point where I can, like nothing, meditate for an hour. Now, if you don't have time like I do, I mean, most people should have a free hour in their day. And if you're stressed out and you're that busy, probably you should be meditating. That's probably one of the best things you can start doing. And again, all you need to do is start with 1 minute, okay? And if that seems way too low, if you're first time meditating, I'd say no more than 5 minutes. Set a timer for 5 minutes. And then this way you can do it, accomplish it easily, and then enjoy it, because 5 minutes of relaxation is really rewarding. Instead of scrolling on your phone, stressing your brain out with all that rush of dopamine, that like instant gratification phone type crap, So instead, spend your 5 minutes just sitting completely still. Don't move a muscle for 5 minutes. Okay. And then eventually, with enough time, you'll be able to get up to an hour. Now, once you get into that realm, okay, about 15 minutes in, Once you get past that mark, it's going to be hard to stay still because your body goes into what I like to call phase 2. That sounds ominous, but it's not. It's just your body is going to test to see if you're still awake. Now, this could happen earlier for some people, but for me, about what feels like 15 minutes in, my body is like, yo, are you still awake? So you get like an itch, you get like a tingle, you feel like there's a spider crawling up your leg, or a mosquito biting you somewhere, or something boring into your skin. Now this sounds like hell. It's not that bad. I mean, you just have to trust that it's not real. Trust that it's only a sensation to test if you're actually awake or not. Because your brain's like, yo, like, is this guy gonna move? If so, I'm not turning my muscles off. I'm not trying to turn my body off. So if you get past what I call phase 2, you get past that tingle phase where you feel like something's biting you, very little pinch, it's not like anything crazy. You get past that, then your body falls asleep. You won't be able to tell whether your palms are facing up, down, or your arms are out to the sides. And same with your legs. You won't be able to feel your body. And by that time, you should be in pretty relaxed thought. And it's almost like any thoughts you do have are like floating by like clouds. And you see them, you can see the clouds, but they're constantly shifting and shaping new shapes. And you're not gonna be overthinking about any particular thought. At least the level I'm at, that's how it is. And again, meditation isn't about not thinking. It's about not fixating on anything. It's free flowing. And beyond that, phase 3 is where I start to feel actual waves of pleasure, where my body's actually so relaxed, it feels like it's starting to heal, and I feel really good. It's bliss. It's very relaxing. And I mean, you can sit, I find myself in that state for a while, and then almost naturally my body will kind of wake up out of it. Even though I'm totally conscious and totally awake the entire time, it's almost like that phase happens, it goes through its cycle, and then it lifts, and then I'm done meditating. And that can take 45 minutes to an hour, and that's well spent time. I would do that every single day, and I do it most days if I can, and it's very, very worth it. And I don't think it needs to take years and years to get there. I just recently realized that I'm able to actually meditate for an hour, and I learned that that's actually a pretty big deal. So yeah, start today. Set a timer for 1 minute and lay still. And if you feel like you can't, or you're just too fidgety, I mean, be conscious and aware of that, and just try again. And then work yourself up to 5 minutes, then 10, then 15, and so on. Okay. If you have any questions about meditation, feel free to leave it in the comments, and I'll make another video on it. I have a really small following right now, a really small YouTube channel. So if you leave a comment, I probably will see it and answer. I'm really excited about getting likes and comments and views at this point, because my channel is so small. So if this is an interest, I want to know. All right, thank you.